Okay, I'm not a pro at using my phone, but I'm going to try to make a video here showing you the small, approximately 20 by 8 foot section of my front yard. Here's my front door, and then to the right here on the south side of the wall I have a gardening area. And right now these little covers that I built from PVC pipe don't have any plastic on it because it's not 110 out, but I'm going to show you how much you can do with a small space as far as planting edible plants. Okay, so at the beginning over here I have a lavender bush and it's growing like crazy. Lavender and rosemary grow really well. I'm in a very arid climate. It's in the high desert. Okay, back in the corner, if I can zoom in, there's one of the blueberry bushes. They become bare in the fall time, and then right now it's starting to bud. Let me get a little closer to another one right here. You can see the buds on the top of the stems. Okay, so that's another of the blueberry. I have 5 blueberry bushes out here. I bought them from DeMayo Farms on the East Coast, and I bought them in the fall when it was time for planting, and they, like I said, they become bare like rose bushes, and then now they're starting to bud since it's springtime. Right here I have my peach tree, dwarf peach tree. It's about, here's the top of the, here's the fascia board of the side of the house. It's approximately like 6 feet tall, but last year was the first year that I planted it, and it grew. I planted it in the fall last year, and in the spring I had about a dozen peaches, and so I'm expecting a lot more. You can see all the flowers budding now. I do have some non-essential plants. There's a hollyhock, which is a flower. Okay, and back in the back I have some irises and daffodils, and of course I have on this side of I have 2 rose bushes right there and there. And rose bushes, you can eat the petals of rose bushes, so rose petals are edible, as well as dandelion leaves. I have some dandelions out here too. Here's one right here. But dandelion leaves and rose petals are edible. The only ones not edible in my garden are the hollyhocks, and then the daffodils and irises that I have. Okay, there's another. Okay, in these 2 4x4 raised beds that I put organic dirt in, they don't have a cover on the frames right now because it's not 100 or 110 degrees out. It's still March. I have left over from last year some lemon thyme, which is underneath this big parsley bush. So I have parsley here that's still regrowing from last year. In this bed I have lettuce. Here's some lettuce that's growing. There's some more, and there's some more down there. Zoom in. Okay, and then I also have some cucumbers starting to bud, and in the back I planted some spinach, so there'll be some spinach sprouts coming up. And this one, zoom out, I still have strawberries. These strawberries I planted, there's 6, I bought a 6-pack, and like 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and they just keep growing, so every year they will bloom and produce strawberries, so they're still alive. I have some lettuce sprouting back here. There's more lettuce. There's a hollyhock, but I have lettuce sprouts all in here. Okay, back in that back section, I planted zucchini as well as this front row, and those haven't come up yet. I just planted them. Okay, so in total, I've got, in this section I have spinach, lettuce, zucchini, cucumbers, strawberries, parsley, lavender, and I have total in my whole garden section, I have 5 blueberry bushes and 5 rose bushes, and I have a peach tree, and I also have a miniature blood orange tree. So there's tag, and there's the tree, and you can see, if you look closely, let me see, my thumb, where's my finger in here? Right here, you can see some buds, some orange, baby oranges in the center there. Okay, here's another rose, here's another blueberry bush, and there's another one on the other side of the orange tree. There is a flower, a perennial flower bush right there. In the blank spots where you see the large dirt areas, I actually put red potatoes. I threw some potatoes in there that will sprout up. There's a hollyhock. Okay, so zooming out, there's this section with everything I've talked about. Down in there, there's a potato in front of the blueberry, the orange, and the other blueberry. And then there's the final blueberry bush. And in the front are my 2 big rose bushes. So a lot of edible plants in this area. Sometimes I get tomato bushes that are already started and try to get them going before it gets too hot out here. And then this dwarf Granny Smith tree, it's only about 7 feet. If I zoom in, you can see that it's already flowering. Let's get here. You can see the buds and the flowers. I'll get a better picture. I don't want the sun to be in the... Here's one. You can see the flowers forming. This tree, even though it's only about 7 feet tall, and it is a dwarf Granny Smith tree, it gave me over 100 apples last year. And I had mentioned it before, but this thing, it actually bloomed 3 times. So it didn't just bloom once, it bloomed 3 times. So I had like 3 generations of apples. It kept giving apples, family after family that year. So that is what you can do with just a small, like 20 by 8 section, even if it's in the front yard. I can't do it in the back because I have dogs, and there's mainly pool and cement back there, but there is a lot of space here that you can manipulate and put edible plants in. Hope this has been beneficial. God bless.